Hello. Welcome to the most professional podcast in the industry, in the world today.
Industry?
Mhm.
What
Yeah.
industry is that?
The shit,
I'm just questioning it.
the shit industry.
The
I
shit
don't know.
industry. The shit didn't. No, never mind. I give up. It was a good effort to start the show, but whatever.
Yeah,
Yeah.
whatever.
Welcome back. Hi.
Whoa, you're really taking off today.
No, shut up.
All right, Maz and
early.
Sack. We're
It's
here.
early.
It's 5:06 Eastern Standard Time.
Yeah. So like I'm
Set
used
your
to us
clocks.
recording sometime.
Set your clocks back today. I'm that
Oh
guy.
shit! That's today. That's tonight. Wait.
2 a.m.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Nice. I hate that shit. By the way, I just wish it would go away. I don't know why we still do that.
I had the news on yesterday before I went to work, and they're like, well, this year you won't get that extra hour. I'm like, what are they talking about?
Wait, how will you not get it?
I have no idea.
Oh, okay, cool.
Spam one of these.
So how you doing?
Okay.
You know what? I don't care.
Thanks.
We're gonna start this by giving some insight on these texts that we send to each other on an everyday basis, because I don't think you understand something here, sir. First of all, you didn't think he was going to stay with the Cubs to begin with once they got him. You thought they should have traded him at the trade deadline 2 years in a row, and they never fucking did. Then he wasn't coming back, and he's back. Then he was going to opt out, and now he has opted in. I just wanted to make the point that every which way on the Cody Bellinger career ladder in the last 2 years, you and I have disagreed, and I've been right and you've been wrong. So I don't care what you say about how he's getting too much and fucking Jed Hoyer saying he doesn't have any money, which is bullshit, by the way. Jed Hoyer has plenty of money to use. And the Cubs said straight out of the gate when they finished with the remodel of the stadium, they would go back to investing in the team. And last year was the last year that they were on the hook for money for the renovation. It's over.
Can I say something?
And now, yes, you did, and I'm so angry about it.
No, can I say something now?
No, you cannot. And also, Walker Buehler is not going to be a Cub, so I want to get that out of the way. I don't think Walker Buehler is going to come to the Cubs at all. I don't think he has any intention of doing so. And anyone who thinks that Juan Soto is coming to the Cubs, just because, dude, there's an article on SI today that that the Cubs are like the top landing spot for Juan Soto. There's no way. First of all, especially not with Cody opting back in, because it doesn't make any sense. It just doesn't. But we're not going to go. That's it. I said what I wanted to say. You don't get to fucking respond. We're moving on. Crown Jewel.
So,
oh, damn it.
I said trade him at the last two play. Can we talk about the last 2 years they made the playoffs with him?
They didn't.
Oh, exactly. So now we're going to move on to Crown Jewel.
Yeah, but hold on. Them making the playoffs, hold on. Them making the playoffs has nothing to do with the argument over his career. It just doesn't. And they almost made the playoffs both years. Almost always sucks. I hate that fucking word. They haven't had pitching. And if you're like, it doesn't, like, you can't say that they don't need him to stick around, and it's not a good thing for him to stick around. It just doesn't it makes no sense. Like it doesn't add up.
Could you look right there where I'm pointing?
Where are you pointing?
Pointing at those scissors.
Right there? Yeah, I see him.
Cut it out.
Oh, get the anyway. You're ridiculous.
I am.
Cody Bellinger is going to be a Cub for another year, and I love it. I'm here for it.
Okay. And
their outfield is still just overflowing with talent.
They're the greatest team that is never was. I love it.
Oh God, no! They have no pitching. They have no pitching. I'm not claiming that they're good. Their outfield is good. Their infield is good. Their pitching is trash. And it's not just the bullpen. It's the starting. Who's at this point in the offseason, they don't even have a clue who two of their fucking 5 starters are. You have one, because you got him signed and he's amazing. And maybe other than that, I guarantee you we don't know anything about who's going to be pitching for them. So what?
Crown Jewel.
I already tried to say that. You're the one that wanted to go back to it. I said Crown Jewel. No, wasn't good enough for you.
I know you are, but what am I?
You're a nerd.
if the shoe fits. All right, we're off to Saudi Arabia.
Ooh, that sounds like a long plane flight.
Yeah, apparently Nia went to Saudi Arabia, then flew back for SmackDown, and then flew back. Did you see that?
No.
Not like it matters. Anyways, how did the show open? Did they just do a cold open?
Well, there were 2 hours of pre-show, which I didn't see coming for this. That was crazy. Yeah, I mean, the show opened. It was brilliant. I got to be honest. We always kind of give an overall. I liked this show. I liked this show a lot. I thought it cooked. And there was one instant match rating. By the way, if you haven't checked out the instant match ratings, my boy Maz here does them. We put them up on YouTube Shorts as well as our TikTok, which you can look up there and see all that information. We get them out right away. There was one today I actually completely disagreed with you on, but we'll get there. To start the day with the Samoan family feud, if you will. I thought it was great. I thought that was a great place to open. I also really, the stadium looked good. The setup looked good. It was nice and bright. You could tell it was hot as fuck in there. Solo came down and he looked like he had just gotten out of a fucking bathtub. Like he was just drenched already. The dudes put on a show though.
Can we stop right 1 second?
Yeah.
Something in.
Yeah.
Normally with these shows, you see all the sheiks ringside, and this time it was all the kids. That was a nice touch.
Yeah, I like that too, especially on the hard side. Like they had that whole section right there. And yeah, you're right. It's usually like in some of the stadiums, it is definitely the royal family, and that wasn't the case here. And I enjoyed that too. You could just see people enjoying it, and I like that. There's something about the Saudi shows that feels weird to us Americans, I think, and that I feel like that's normal cultures and all that shit. But the show itself was pretty damn good, and I was, it's so interesting because I remember when they first started these, and they felt like glorified house shows that were just really big, because of the money. Which fine, I get that. But, for this one, you get these giant new obnoxious belts and you get all types of extra stuff. And then the show felt like, a legit show. So they start with the Samoan family. We probably spent half the match kind of going through Wikipedia and like looking through the family tree, because once you realize that there are 7 guys out there that are all like directly related, although I don't think Roman is that like as directly related, and I know that Toma Tonga and Tonga Tailova, they're like kind of, but you got the Usos out there, and it's so funny because my boys, they're twins, and they have a younger brother, right, the middle child, and it's funny because they love Solo Sikoa, and they're just looking at him going, that's our little, they're calling him Sassy, which is the nickname of my middle child, because that's what he looks like. They're like, he looks like the one that the mommy loved, a little bit more than the other ones. He's chubby, and he's that kid that he's the mama's boy out of him, and his big brothers are out there clowning him and everything else. And it's just so fun to watch them all get in there together and work, and know that like half of them, their last name is Fatu. Like I think that's great. Like I love it. And Roman's kind of like the uncle, right? When you break it all down, he's kind of a thing above them as far as it all goes, and he's like the big uncle. And
you're cooking.
It was good stuff, dude. It was good stuff. Everybody put on a good show except for Tama Tonga. I thought he was a little just not as good as the others.
Normally it's Tangaloa.
Whatever.
The nut shot that he missed and went and did it again.
Oh my god, dude! But Fatu, Jacob Fatu, is the only one that uses his own name. By the way, he is just
a fucking star.
God, dude. and he never stops. Like he never gives it up. He's always going. Like he's always in. I feel like Solo might have an issue with that, but that's neither here nor there. Did you like this match? Did you like how it went in the beginning? Because I want to talk about when it switched as a total topic, because it does switch. This match went one way, and then all of a sudden it degraded and took off in a whole other different direction, and everybody's fighting everybody. What did you think?
I didn't see it until the finish.
Oh, you didn't?
And then I saw the swerve.
Okay, so you saw Sammy come out?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I thought that was kind of cool too. I think everyone, I don't know what, if
you never thought he would be there because of the aspects.
Yeah, okay. I think it was kind of expected by us that he was going to like turn. Obviously he didn't. He chose not to. Good for you, Sammy. He got a huge pop. Like he got a huge pop. Yeah, the Tongas need some help. The Usos going after each other again by the end of it. Are we gonna keep getting Jimmy and Jay not being friends? Because like it felt like they were getting back together, and that feels kind of good. I want Jimmy and Jay, together.
As long as we don't get Jimmy and Jay at WrestleMania against each other.
Yeah. Like, I mean, I don't know. I don't know what's worse. Is it worse to get that, or is it worse to have them make their young bucks kind of move? Because they strike me as a similar situation to me. Like their styles and my like for them is kind of similar. But the problem is I actually really like Jimmy and Jay, like in and of themselves. Like I love the yeet stuff. I love that the crowd is into it. I think you need stuff like that in professional wrestling. I think we both agree with that. You need crowd involvement. You need those things. But
didn't they give Jay his own entrance?
Yeah, they did. But they did the same shit. We're going to get to it, but they did the same shit with Bianca and Jade too, and that was kind of awkward. But yeah. They gave him his own entrance, and Jimmy came down with Roman. But yeah, overall, it was a good opener. A lot of action. It moved quick. There was plenty of times where it felt out of control, which in a match like that, you want. Yeah. A lot of movement, a lot of good stuff. Roman takes the pin clean in the center of the ring. That's
100% what they needed to do.
100%.
Because now you have credibility for the other guys to lead. It
brings him down into the match, right? Like it brings him down that level into the grouping, so that when they get to War Games, Survivor Series, they'll fantastic. I think you gave it like a 3 point something. No, you didn't do this one. I'm sorry. I forgot that again.
No, I thought you were going to have the kids do it.
Yeah, the boys didn't want anything to do with being on a camera. Like,
God forbid that we grow our channel with other people.
Oh, I know. I know. But they don't. Dude, if I try and talk them into going on camera, it is like fucking ridiculous. Anyway, it was good. Good opener. It built up the heat for sure. Sammy again got a great pop. Yeah, I think I covered it pretty well. Roman getting pinned in the middle was getting pinned clean was at the top of my list as to what that match was, because yeah, like you said, it helps that whole thing going.
And then what I tuned in for was Solo in the middle of the ring and Roman and Sammy across from each other.
Mm-hmm.
Roman going for the Superman, Sammy going for the haluva, Solo ducking. Sammy hits Roman with the haluva.
He fucking hit him hard too.
That was mastery.
Like it got put in there.
I don't understand how they can book this so perfect,
mm-hmm.
and then the rest of the show.
Yeah, I disagree. I disagree completely, and yeah, we're gonna get there, because I kind of disagree. I know that there were some things that are booked kind of weird, and it's not, but it was a long show with a lot of matches. Not everything could be clean. Not everything was ever going to be clean. The next match is a great example of something that, I mean, anytime you have a fatal 4-way with tag matches, like, it's going to be
too many variables.
Yes. And I'm going to jump right into that actually, because one of the variables I kind of hated right off the bat, and I understand, look, we're in Riyadh, the women have to cover themselves. I'm not going to get into the morality of all of that and whether or not it should be done. That make your own fucking decisions. The fact is, these are professionals that go to do their job. They're told, if you're going to work in this place, you got to be like this, and they do it. Okay, fine. So that's where we are with it, right? Did they have to be so dumb about it? Like, I don't know who is in charge of wardrobe right now, but you suck. Every single woman that came out for that in that tag match was wearing something that didn't work for them to move in the ring or do things, or for safety, for instance. Like Jade and Bianca should not have been allowed to go into a wrestling ring with that fucking outfit on. And the minute they did, there were rhinestones this fucking big all over the mat, everywhere. And it's just like, well, I hope nobody gets fucking hurt. Like, and again, it's professional wrestling, blah, blah, blah. But that is unnecessary risk, in my opinion. And it looked fucking stupid. And the idea that all of them have to be wearing these full body leotards, yeah, instead of putting something reasonable together outfit wise is just beyond me. I don't understand it. It's not like they have to rush, right? They know where they're going. They know they're going to be there. They know they're going to need outfits. Like, it was truly like one of those moments where I was like, this isn't something I should give a shit about, but it's very clear that there was like laziness and ugliness involved, and Jade and Bianca, like, just terrible. So
I think they did that to make them look like stars more.
Yeah, they looked like clowns.
Yeah. What was this been going on for 4 years that we've been seeing these things?
Yes.
Because they, whatever, they didn't have women. There was an outcry. Then they brought the women in. They all wear the same thing.
Remember the first year they did this shit where they didn't make the women dress up, and then the fucking plane got held on the tarmac.
Yeah.
And the only person that got out in time was Brock and Paul Heyman, because they had their private jet, and as soon as he wrestled, they fucking took off. Yeah, I mean, they got pushed to be forced to say we have to do it. And look, again, I'm not going to argue if they should or shouldn't. It's just, can we be a little bit more like intelligent with it? Like
Sandra the seamstress is an AEW, okay?
Okay. Well, I mean, look, like, who can't wear, like, where was it later? Hold on. There's another female situation later, right? Nia versus Liv. That by the way, Tiffy had the best women, like the best wardrobe for the women the entire night. As far as I'm concerned, Tiffy can wear that exact outfit and it'll look better than the shit she comes out with on a nightly basis, where she looks really weird and like, I don't know. Sometimes they just go too far with trying to make them look like sexual but sporty without being like. There's just the wardrobe for females right now feels weird, and I don't know why I care, but I watch every aspect of this shit. So,
it's part of the story.
That too, right? Because it shows their personality. It's part of their gimmick. It's all of the stuff. It was so okay. I'll move past the wardrobe shit now. That was to me because that's the first thing you notice coming into these matches, right? And it was bad, in my opinion. Number two. Lash
Legend and Jakara Jackson.
Yeah. Okay. So they didn't deserve to be there by any stretch. I know that happens. I know that we need to do that. I know that there's the potential that Lash looks, she's got the size, she's got the look, she's got the stuff. I get it, but oh my God. And, I just got to say, the fact that Damage Control walked out of this alive is just fantastic, because they put themselves, they're the only ones, in my opinion. I mean, okay, Piper and Chelsea, I love, and I think that they're interesting, and I hope that they stay a team, because they're a legit tag team, though.
I thought they should have won. I mean, they probably will.
I agree. I said they were. I told, like, when Chelsea got back into the ring, and it was right after she did the spot where she was going to do the sunset flip, and she like just kept and she kept.
She's a treasure.
Oh, and she's got the size, she's got the speed. She is, and I thought this was their moment. I really did. When Piper dead weighted off the top rope to just kind of fall on, I don't even remember who she fell in, but
she fell on Chelsea.
Did she? Oh, no. It was when she fell on two people. It was when she came off the...
whatever.
Yeah, it was like redemption. She dead weighted the shit out of him. There was so many moments during this match where we looked at each other, because I'm watching this with two kids that are watching wrestling every day right now. Like, between SmackDown, Raw, NXT, and then all the... they're going back and watching all the WrestleManias before they were born. We loved them, because there were so many moments that we looked at each other and we were like, they're dead weighting each other. They're not, like, Bianca did it. She didn't let Io fucking throw her over. She tried doing a German to pin, and she wouldn't let her put her over. Like, so many moments where there was obvious that there was some real tension in the ring, something, and it was great. I loved it. I liked this match a lot. Mm-hmm. I think Bianca and Jade winning was lame. It was just, it didn't feel, but that's my opinion.
The next pay-per-view is in Canada. Chelsea's from Canada, so maybe they put it on them there. But so we talked about the two. Oh man, you put so much into that too.
Oh, stop it. Just talk.
After like the first 5 moves that they botched, I think that they got better. Maybe it was nerves. I mean, this is probably, but they got better. They weren't that bad.
Right up until the end.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't even know what that was supposed to be. I don't even know. No, I just know
that it wasn't just them.
It was Io that took it, right? That got up on her shoulders and then just got the phantom slam. Like, she just kind of like touched her hips as she fell. And it's like, dude, how did she, like, she just fell flat on her back from way up there with
it could have been the outfits.
It could have been
sweaty and slippery.
I'm totally willing to blame the outfits. Especially Jade and fucking Bianca's bullshit. I don't like them. I just don't. I do not like them. You're going to
get about a 6-month run from them.
No way. They've already been on a 3-month run, right?
No, but against each other, it's coming.
You mean Piper and Chelsea?
No,
okay.
No. Jade versus Bianca.
Oh.
Single.
Well, that might be interesting.
Yeah.
It might be interesting. It just depends how far they actually push, right? Like, that's the thing with these one-on-one matchups. It's just, what are you going to do? How like, what are you going to be willing to do? To not to skip forward too much, but just to skip forward one match just a little bit. You can say that about Seth and Bronson. And I think this is the one where I disagreed with you very, very heavily. And we'll get there, but I think you're right. I think Chelsea and Piper are probably the next female tag champions, and I hope that they are, because I think they're gold. I think they're gold, and I think as a team they have everything. I think Piper has so much to offer, and she just doesn't necessarily get a lot of chances. But I really like Piper Niven. I do, and I like Chelsea Green quite a bit. I like them both. I love Damage Control, but they're not like they're there to make everybody else look good, and they did a fantastic job tonight. Io is just
they were the people that carried the match.
100%.
Then the elbow was nice.
Dude, Kyrie is, I mean, just one of my favorites. But Io, I like.
All right, but the finish, Jade picked up Piper for the Doomsday device. That was a cool finish. Tribute to the Road Warriors.
Yep.
But
not a bad finish.
What?
Not a bad match.
I don't understand Jakara and Lash in there. Where's like Zoe Stark? Where's Michin? Where's
so many more people they could have gone with on that one?
Like They should.
Hopefully, it's just that they needed them. They needed somebody there to work,
but they didn't take the fall either.
They didn't want to pull somebody off of a show. I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, they got their first one out of the way. Let's just say that. Like BFAB, she's not there anymore either. Like there's so many others.
Yeah,
but
I kind of got the impression that this Jakara is supposed to basically just be the next Sasha, and that makes me want to cry because I don't want another Sasha ever again.
Never.
Sorry. Oh, I'm sorry. That's not her name.
Monet.
God, she's awful.
What is that? That is 3 weeks we get to watch that. How about that?
You get to watch that.
We're reviewing it. We're reviewing it.
Oh my god.
You're in. All right. So we can probably move on from that.
Yeah.
So next was Seth and Bronson. Okay. Why did Seth win?
I don't know that. I
understood after it happened.
Well, hold on. Is this their first singles? Like, is this their first? Okay, so Seth had to win because Bronson has to chase for a little bit. I think that Bronson is going to turn into a star from this feud.
That's why you have him win the first one.
I don't think so. And he bled too.
He bled, which was cool visual at the end,
yeah,
where he's like, I want more, and Seth's like, are you fucking serious?
You can't have him win once he takes a curb stomp off of the fucking steel chair or the steel steps either. You can't.
But he took 3.
No, I know he took 3 total, but he took 1 off the fucking steps, and I don't know. But I thought it was extremely well put together. I thought it was a quick match with your Bam Bam Bigelow guy, right? Which is, I love that body style. For like, there's always somebody like that, and right now I wish it was Otis, but they cannot. They have failed. They have failed with Otis for a good 3 years at this point, if not longer. And
Otis should have got it with Mandy. That's when
100%
was, and they dropped it.
Yep. But now we have Bronson, and he fills the same, but I think he has a better look, and he definitely has a meaner look. Like, the problem with Otis is Otis looks like that dude down the road you want to go drink. Yes, and that's a problem. Bronson doesn't have that issue. And I think that this is big. I think this is going to be good. I thought they worked really well quickly. I thought everything they did looked like it had meaning behind it, which that's what you want. I was impressed with this match, and you kind of shit on it.
No, I just didn't like that Bronson didn't win. I enjoyed this.
Okay. Well, your score was fairly low.
It was what it was. Did you know that Lash and Jakara's tag team name is Metaphor?
Metaphor, yeah. Metaphor.
Yeah.
For what? What's it a metaphor for? What's the metaphor?
What's the 4?
Yeah.
4 legs.
Well, I think there's supposed to be a whole. Isn't it a bigger group though? Aren't they just part of it? Like, I think that's the way it was. Like, Corey tried to give something on that, and I'm half paying attention. I was busy putting TikToks up.
TikTok. But yeah, they worked really well together. Mm-hmm. They are really cooking on Bronson over like the last 3-4 months after 4 years of him doing absolutely nothing.
Well, some guys get buried and have to be rediscovered. Vince. I liked it.
Yeah, it was good. Is this Randy and KO that never happened?
No, Nia and Liv were first.
Okay, let's talk about it.
Hold on. So they promoted a first contenders match on Raw coming up with Seth. Who else was fucking? There were 4 dudes. Dom. It's for who gets to face Gunther next. But I saw Seth was in it, so it kind of discouraged me. It's Dom, Seth, Taker Ramon, and Sheamus.
You know what?
Going to be in a first contenders match, and I'm hoping that it's for. Obviously, I'm hoping for Taker Ramon to
give me Taker Ramon and Bronson Reed.
Fuck yeah, dude.
That would be great.
I hear. Oh, hell yeah, I like.
Who was the former world champion that Dom wrestled on Raw Monday?
It was supposed to be Taker Ramon, wasn't it?
I don't know.
I'm pretty sure it was. Yeah, I'm pretty sure it was.
Okay.
I'm pretty sure that was the setup. I don't know. I'd have to ask the boys. They watched it. They probably told me. I didn't watch it. But yeah, I think it was. And now I'm gonna completely forget to ever call him by his real name at this point.
Damian Priest.
Thank you.
Punishment Martinez.
Taker Ramon. Punishment Martinez. Nice.
Yeah. All right. Now we have this fucking 8-minute debacle of Liv and Nia.
Perfect. Maybe they could have been a minute shorter. Perfect. You have to carry Nia. You cannot allow that. Dude, she almost killed her.
Why is she a champ then?
She does not deserve to
be.
Right? We know. Oh yeah, you know why? I'll tell you why. And I didn't discover it. I already knew it. But as I said, when I was digging through the nice little family tree of all these things, everyone kind of forgets that she's a Nepo baby too.
Mm-hmm.
She is 100% a Nepo baby, and it sucks because she is terrible, and she almost crushed Liv, like just almost crushed her. And then when she had to like roll her over to get the pin in, she didn't even so many moments.
She's so bad, man.
I want her gone. Like, I don't want to see her on my TV. I want go to AEW with Monet. Go fight Merciless. Just get out of here.
Oh, did you happen to see Wednesday night? They already jobbed Camille.
Yeah, I did actually.
Fuck.
I have no idea. I have notes on this. So Liv worked. Liv did what Liv always does, and I have to say this: she wins. We're not spoiling anything. She gets that gargantuan belt, and in my opinion, for this year, especially with Rhea now broken orbital, I don't know if that's supposed to be a work. I don't know if she got hurt, but Liv has dominated this stretch, like probably since WrestleMania. I would say she has been
Royal Rumble.
On
the finals.
Okay, yeah, Royal Rumble. Then we're going on a full year.
She's really gotten good this year.
And she is unquestionably the top female in the company right now. Like
with Rhea out, yes.
Yeah. I mean, just visibility too. Like I still think in a lot of ways, she was probably a more visible champion than Rhea was. Like she shows up everywhere. They want her everywhere. And that's one of the reasons that Dom just continues to like burn brighter than any other male which isn't necessarily true. But anyway, I love that Tiffy, I wanted Tiffy to come out early, but I didn't want it to end the way it did. I wanted her to submit that case and just turn it into a triple threat right there.
Why do they need to tease it every fucking match though? Well,
because Nia has to be distracted. Yeah. Nia has to be like, for some reason they find it unbelievable that Nia can take anybody on 1v1 without like help or somebody hurting her, you know. I wanted it to be a triple threat right off the bat when Tiffy came out. I was like, okay, because my boys are pissed too. Why is she coming out?
What belt is she going for?
Yeah, you can't
the
really
crown
do
jewel.
That. Yeah, the crown jewel. That's what she wanted.
Yeah.
Oh, you're right. She
wanted that ring.
And Raquel came out right away after too.
Dom too.
Yeah, Dom too. And so they turned it real quick. Liv's gonna win. Blah blah blah. But here's the thing. Did you really want them to try and grind out a 12 to 15 minute match where Liv has to come out on top clean somehow and let Nia just destroy her and then miraculously somehow lose? So to me, they needed to bring everybody out and get it over quick.
But if you can only get 8 minutes of 5 of which are interfered with Nia, she should not be in that spot.
Well, I think it's this show's opinion, and I think we've stated it loudly enough at this point. Nia Jax does not deserve to be there at all.
No.
At all. Oh, your door just opened and then closed. Anyway, Liv is a fucking star, and she killed it.
Yeah,
So-
she did great.
And she gets that fucking obnoxious.
So that was the other thing at the end. Well, we'll get there.
Which
What?
part? No. Which part? Because
Cody
like-
put that belt around his waist and
Mhm.
then lifted the light one.
and she
And
did
then
the
Liv did the opposite, which is
Yep.
weird.
Yeah, but they didn't come out into the ring and do the whole thing with her. Only Triple H did, right? So
Triple
like,
H, yeah.
yeah, when Cody finished, that you have your Emirates and the two women in their garb come in and do the whole thing, and then they did have Liv come back in.
Yeah, because
but
you can't do that twice.
exactly,
Yeah.
yeah. So I think that's it was just like a quick boom boom, get it over, move on, let's go.
Yeah.
But she deserved it. That's
Yeah.
I
I agree. So then we have KO and Randy. The match
I still have no idea what happened here.
the match never
None.
started is what
Okay.
the whole thing was. I
Okay,
guess.
so they never rung the bell, and then they were
they were
both
never in the ring.
incapable of
Yeah.
competing. They hit a bunch of managers, they hit a bunch of dudes.
Referees.
Yeah, dude, the first one I thought, whoa,
That is.
dude,
away
what just
from me.
happened? What just happened?
I don't know.
Why did you zoom in? You
I don't
dude,
have
you
it.
like
I just-
stretched. You went
I
like
just-
this.
yeah.
And it went- How do you get it back out? Yeah, push it
Paul,
back.
push Paul.
Dude, that was wild. Can you fix it, or am I just gonna be like right up in your grill?
I
Oh
don't
my
know.
god. Anyway, this is weird. Hello, Maz's face.
You want to see my esophagus?
No.
Uh,
Oh
no.
my god. The first stunner that I'm so distracted. Dude, you gotta fix that. man.
I don't think I can, because if I go into the app, for
You
the
gotta know
camera-
how to zoom that shit out.
If I go into it, I can change it. There we go.
Yeah. There we go. The first stunner on the ref, the first one, I marked out really fucking hard for that one. Because I was like, oh yeah, he's attacking the refs. But I guess I didn't realize at that point that meant they were never going to fucking start the match, and it was just going to be a squash on both of them. I'm kind of okay with that too. I didn't need a match between them.
Well,
Didn't
here's
need
the other thing. Randy facially looks 65 years old.
Yes, he does.
The crowd ate his song up. Owens had the Cowboy Bob Orton shirt on, which is hilarious.
Amazing.
And they went outside. They brawled all over. Owens climbed up, put him through a table, and it just immediately cut. And we're like, what the fuck's going on? So that was it. It was what, four or 5 minutes?
Yeah, that was it. And they beat the shit out of each other, and I still don't know why.
I thought somebody got majorly hurt and they just cut, but
I kind of thought that too at first.
it was weird.
But I
And the
still don't
referee looked
necessarily
like he hurt his
understand.
quad too.
Okay. I thought Randy was hurt from the beginning, to be honest, just because the way he was acting with his knee and Mikey told me, he's like, well, he did take a chair from the back, like in the back
At
of the
the
knee,
start.
so he's selling it, and I was like, okay, but he looks weak on that leg, like he just and
Maybe
again,
that's why there was no match.
he looks old, and
Doesn't
he
he?
looks great. He's big and he's in great shape. He's as buff and chiseled as he's ever been, but he is where he is, and
Yeah.
he hasn't taken time off. Like, do you remember the last time that Randy was gone for a stretch? Because I can't remember the last time Randy took a stretch off. But
Like last
I mean,
Survivor Series, I think
he
came back.
shows up. He's in the house every night, and he has been on a run where he's been in matches regularly. And this is a guy who came up with
Cena, Shelton, Brock.
Batista, guys that are gone, that are not wrestling, and if they do it very occasionally. They're not every night guys, and he is still out there every night. It is something to behold. But I don't know that him and KO going through this shit together is doing anything for either of them anymore.
No, it's just like a stall.
Yeah, it feels like a stall.
Yeah.
Which sucks because it's a KO stall. It's not a Randy stall because Randy's almost done. Randy is building up to his final match. And to be fair, maybe KO is just being built up as the guy who's going to put him out. I mean, I don't know. And if you're Randy Orton, you have to assume he gets to choose that shit. He gets to decide how he goes out at this point. I cannot imagine that Mr. Paul Levesque is going to do anything that Randy Orton doesn't want, especially with those two and how they are for each other. And then I have to assume that Randy works for the company until he's an old man.
I think he just signed like a 3-year deal.
Good. Yeah.
I
don't want to see him go anywhere else ever.
I don't want to see him against Cena though. And you know it's coming because they've wrestled so many times.
I really hope it doesn't. I don't want to see that either.
Because they've had like all those Iron Man matches and all that.
Mm-hmm. No, I want to see Cena get the shit kicked out of him by Jacob Fatu.
That'd be good for business.
Oh, that's high on my list, brother. High on my list. You want to fucking strap a rocket to Fatu or to Solo for that matter. Just put him in there with Cena and let him whoop the fuck out of the old man. Be great.
Just like Baron Corbin got a rocket when he beat the hell out of Kurt Angle.
Okay, do you know I was in the fucking building the night that Kurt was going to, like, he announced who he was taking on for that WrestleMania. I was in Chicago for that fucking Raw, and we were so excited because we thought it was going to be, somebody.
Anybody
big.
but Corbin?
Oh my God, Baron Corbin! Like, what a shit show that was. But Angle was a bit of a shit show when he came back. I don't think Vince wanted anything but to fucking fuck with him.
The peak Angle comeback was when he was in the Shield that night because Roman had COVID or whatever. That was fucking awesome.
Yeah, I wish he never came back. I think it sucked. I think his run in TNA was like him and
against Samoa Joe.
Dude, him and AJ.
Yeah.
Like him and AJ and Samoa Joe. Fuck, man. TNA had some good shit going for a while. Anyway, sorry. All right. Are we moving on to the triple threat?
Oh,
hold on. I lied. See, there was more than one that I disagreed with you. It wasn't the Bronson Reed and Seth. It was this one because I thought this was the show stealer and you shit on it.
Well, LA Knight didn't do it. Fucking
oh no. The ending was atrocious. No, the ending was atrocious. LA Knight winning, and you did say that in your review too, is that LA kind of stood around and let them do everything and then took the win. And you're right, it was bad in that spot, but goddamn, Carmelo is a fucking stud.
If he was like 6 inches taller,
yes,
he's a star.
Andrade has. And if anyone has watched multiple episodes of this show, like, they know what I'm already going to say. Andrade cannot figure out what to do with himself. And as soon as he figures out how to be relevant gimmick wise, he is going to be successful. But he has to nail down who he is and because that mask he's walking out in, do you even know like what it is or what it represents? It's just like a garbled mask. It means nothing. It shows nothing. It's not a personality. Like, there's nothing to it. And then he goes out and gets in the ring and you're like, I want to watch this dude every night. Like, he is phenomenal.
He wore a mask in Mexico and then they unmasked him here.
Okay.
So that's probably.
It doesn't look like a luchador mask. Like, it's not. It's like one of the like Slipknot masks. Like what the Wyatt Six dudes wear and shit like that. It doesn't it's not. It's not like a lucha mask. Yeah.
That was his gimmick, the Sombra.
Okay.
So that's probably
I just think he's so close. He is so close.
If you've watched, you know what? We should do like a top 10 matches in like the last 10 years show.
I would do that. Yeah.
Yeah,
we should. I'll why not?
Because then we could get into why he's so great.
He is. And Carmelo has a lot going for him. And yes, you're right. Those two worked their asses off while LA just kind of scooped up the bullshit. But guess what? He's LA Knight. Ugh. Fucking hate that dude.
Did you
he is in my top 5 least favorite fucking performers right now in WWE.
Did you see the dude that was sitting in the audience and he just had the glasses? He was sitting back, and then you see this dude, the Saudi Arabian fellow with the circle glasses that say LA in the middle of them. It was right after he got the pin.
Yes. I know, it's just so ridiculous.
What placement right there, Jesus Christ.
I have to call one spot in this that just made me like, it's why I love professional wrestling in like moments when Andrade was on the top rope and he pointed to Carmelo Hayes inside the ring, and then instead of going at him off the top rope, he just fucking does a blind moonsault, and I was like, that was that right there. Oh, mwah! But
I like Andrade when he was with Zelina. They were $1 million. But then once they brought them up to the main roster, Zelina getting in and doing all the moves, I think that over gimmicked it.
It did. And it was a little of the
and it was
kind of on the LWO like thing too, weren't they? Weren't they like kind of associated with the LWO bullshit? Which doesn't seem to go over at all, even with Ray involved. Like it's just not a thing. Zelina is fire. I'll never stop talking nicely about Zelina. She is fucking fire. And putting them back together, bringing her back in and doing like a gimmick run, dude, make them fucking Macho Man and Sherry, and I'll be happy.
Sean,
like,
Sean and Sherry.
There you go, Sean and Sherry,
yeah.
Fucking perfect. Yeah. No, it was great. I thought it was a really great match. I really did. I think LA Knight winning was a travesty. And I think Carmelo saying that if he won, he was going to bring back the spinner belt. The fact that you didn't let him win pisses me off. But then again, Gunther said he was going to bring back the Eagle belt, and I don't see that. So
Cody said he was going to bring back the Winged Eagle.
Oh, was it Cody? Okay.
Yeah. Okay. They just brought the spinner belt to Ring of Honor for Ember Moon. So
nice.
I don't think they would do that because then
that's
that would
a big
be a
fan
shock.
of Ember Moon. I was a
they
huge
dropped the
Ember
ball.
Moon fan.
She was always hurt, wasn't she?
Yeah, she had issues. She's small. She was very, very short.
Yeah, she just has a big bucket.
Good match, I thought. I'm sorry. I liked the double pinfall attempts too. That's
good stuff.
That was
yeah.
Good.
LA just ruined it for me in this.
You know, I think I kind of swung you on that too, because I think you were an LA Knight guy until I started ripping on him as much as I do.
I like him because the thing about him is he's probably top 10 promo right now, but they don't use it like that.
Yeah, I got you. I can see what you're saying.
All right.
Next, are we on to the main event?
Main event time. Cody
about to hit an hour
Gunther.
On the show.
That's a quick hour.
Mm-hmm.
Normally I have to poop or something, and I'm like, let's just get this over with.
Oh, by the way, just to take a break, is that the new Salute to Service?
Yeah.
Or is that an old year?
No, it's just this year. I pre-ordered it.
Nice. Very nice.
This side.
Ooh, pretty.
Yeah.
I like that. I like the black and white logo and without the colors in it. I like
you only like it because it's on my body.
Probably.
So Cody Gunther. Goddamn, I can't wait until they put Cody with Brandy because it's coming.
Yeah, by the end of it, all I felt was they're just another step closer to Cody turning, because that ending. Look, we're going to talk a lot about this match because I got plenty of things to say. But by the end of it, the way he ended it, the way the finish went, I looked at my fucking boys and I was like, that's a fucking heel finish.
Yes.
That's a heel finish. What, like, letter of the law, that's a heel finish. And then the way he laughed about it, I was like, ooh. And then when Gunther went up and shook his hand, he wasn't nice. Like,
he was a dick.
Yeah. And it's just like, yep.
And then 30 seconds later, he's shaking hands with the Sheik and
kissing
then
babies
in the crowd.
Yep. Yep. And to just step back to talk about what happened in the match, but with the ending, he looked battle worn. I mean, his chest was fucking bruised to shit.
So the spot where he took a chop and then he started shaking him off and hulking up, and then he starts firing back at Gunther and punch slap, forearm slap. I don't think they need to do that, WWE. That's indie. Like, they're better than that.
Yeah. Okay. Well, I mean, you could have said the same thing, and I know you didn't like the match anyway, but in the triple threat match, there was a couple of spots that felt very like AEW ROH shit, where they kind of bounced from rope to rope, missing each other, faking moves or like ducking moves before everybody stopped and then just looked around like they just did something cool. I can't stand that nonsense, and they do a lot of that in those other areas. So there was some of that. Okay. But to counter just a little bit, this was the stiffest match of the night by a lot.
Stiffest Cody match too.
That might be the stiffest Cody match I've ever seen since New Japan.
Maybe since Goldust when they bled buckets.
That was awesome. But good for Cody because he took it. I'll be honest, Gunther beat the fuck out of him for 90% of that match. Yeah.
And for Cody. Cody's working different styles too to get better.
Yes, he really is. He his matches have not looked the same, surprisingly, because he is the John Cena mantle holder of the company right now, but he's not 3 moves of doom bullshit. Like he's just not.
Right. And he was when he was in Ring of Honor and AEW.
So, I think he was a little bit when he first came back too, because he had to establish his image again. He had to get people on board. He has his drop down punch, the Cody Cutter.
Yeah. The Cody Cutter.
I'm not a fan.
No. Jay Lethal does it the best, I think.
Okay, that's interesting.
But say what you want, old Cody's cooking.
Yeah.
This
100%.
year, Cody's been great.
Yeah, and out of the two of them, do I think that Gunther is a bit more of the champion of what we love about wrestling? Yeah. Do I think Cody is the flag bearer for WWE? Yeah. Also, yes. Do I understand that Cody got the belt because of what he's done for the last year in the industry? Yeah, that's the thing. If you were going to tell me that these belts today, going into Riyadh, that they were going to give these biggest belts, that the Saudis said, we want to give these amazing belts to the people that you think did the best for your company from last year in this moment to this year in this moment. I think the 2 people that made the most money, had the most press, won the most matches or put over the most, you could just, by all metrics, I think both people that took home the Uber belts today deserved it. I think from a booking standpoint, as far as your champions go, Gunther probably should have won that because Gunther is Gunther, but he's not Cody, and Cody is WWE right now, outside of Roman, right?
But doesn't the fact that they're not going to use the belt and have a Super Bowl type ring, doesn't that just scream heel?
It does. Yeah. 100%. 100%. I would have liked that, you have the belt, but you get, like you said, a ring, blah, blah, blah. But no, they're because it's so ridiculous. How long are you going to walk around showing that thing off with another belt, by the way, because both of these people are champions, so they have to carry around 2 belts. How long are you really gonna, before everyone's like, that is you're an asshole, that thing's just awful.
But they're not gonna put those on Raw. So I guess the 3 times a year they're gonna be defending that title when they go back to Saudi.
So is it it's okay? Is that how that's gonna roll?
Yeah, they said that the belts are staying in Saudi Arabia, but they're gonna have the ring.
Oh, okay.
So that's why you think even more like Gunther should have this ring because it's heel shit.
Is Gunther a heel?
Technically, yeah.
Can we talk about that though? Is Gunther really a heel? Like,
well,
Gunther.
Who's his next opponent? I think that's the easiest way to determine it.
I just think Gunther should.
Right?
I fucking hope not.
They just announced it today.
Yeah. Did they announce it? I didn't see that.
I saw the thing
from game day when he announced that.
Well, it was SEC. Yeah.
Yes, I didn't watch it. Just sorry, I didn't get to it. I've been busy as fuck. But okay. I mean, that doesn't mean it happened. Goldberg's a piece of shit who fucking says shit that he shouldn't say, and we know that. We know this.
But this was put out by WWE.
Okay. Well, I just I don't know if I think Gunther should do like as middle of the road. I am who I am. Love me or hate me. I'm here to beat the shit out of people. Like when he did the gimmick talking about making the belt more respectable, I'm sorry, I buy it. And I think just tonight, again, watching him lay it in on Cody. He's not laying it in on some fucking random dude who came out of the crowd to be a squash match. He's laying it in on Cody fucking Rhodes, a dude who is top tier of the game, and he's literally just beating him up. I think there's something to that, and I think that is how respectability continues to grow for the industry as a sport. Because look, they're doing things differently. We're watching this shit happen. I saw a video yesterday from Bobby the Brain Heenan it said it was 20 years ago, 2002 or something, where he was talking about the business was dead because the internet just ruined it and blah, blah, blah. And at the time, he wasn't wrong, and Vince managed to keep it alive and yet really ruin it for a stretch of time, right?
He dropped the fucking ball in the
Invincible. Yes. So now what they're doing with the press tours and the podcasts and everything else is they're blurring the lines. They're using real stuff and real media and the way people take in media to really blur the lines between who they are, who their characters are, and what they're doing in the ring. Mm-hmm. And I'm here for it. I think this is a revival in a lot of ways with professional wrestling. And I think Gunther is a really good guy for that because he is so not basic, but he is such a blank slate. It's not about a gimmick. It's not about the clothes he wears. It is simply about the man that he is and what he forces his opponents to endure in the ring in order to be in the ring with him. And there's a level of honesty in that. Like I don't give a shit if it's scripted. If you walk in with that fucking dude and the script says you have to let him for 15 minutes beat the hell out of you, if you can't take it and still make it believable that you can win, then you're not going to win. Whether the script, like you're just not gonna. The script will never say you're going to beat him. If you can't take it, you are never going to be listed as beating him. You have to be able to take it. You have to be able to believably beat him after you take it. And I don't think there's a ton of dudes. I mean, there's a handful, Cody's one of them, but when was the last time you saw Cody really get beat up?
Never.
Exactly. So it's in a great place right now, dude. I enjoyed today. I say tonight, it's only 5:00.
This is the most enjoyable Saudi show that we've had because we didn't have the legend.
Agreed.
It did fall off a cliff there for a minute.
I mean, depending on what your definition of said thing is, I think you're right to this point. I think having the Nia, like first you go Bronson Seth, so that goes quick. Then you go to Nia Liv, that goes quick and it's ugly. Then you go to Randy and KO, it's ugly, quick, and the match never even fucking takes place. So yes, you had a 3-match span there,
but that was like an hour because of all the filler.
Yeah.
So, they definitely need Gunther because of all the international shows that they're doing.
Survivor Series in Canada,
but Gunther speaks all the languages, so you have him for all of that. You go to Germany, he's going to be over. But then he also fits that demographic of you don't want to see Cody versus Sheamus, but Sheamus versus Gunther. Sheamus or Gunther versus Drew. Like you have that big guy that you can put him against, and he can have great matches.
So, I want to see him. I want to see CM Punk get in with him. But
I think the Royal Rumble, if Punk can maintain being healthy, I think that's a spot you can go.
Hey, how about the idea that we're 2 months? We're 2 months from the Rumble right now, 2.5 months, depending on days, however you want to look at it. Yeah. And that's the one, like, now that you've brought it up, that's what I'm going to be thinking about the whole time is, will CM Punk make it to the end of the Rumble? Because both times I thought he was in the best position in the company to win and that he deserved it and that he was finally going to get it, he got hurt. And I'm not saying he was going to win those years, but he got hurt. And getting hurt during the match, like, that's the end. You have to go over. If you're hurt, you can't win it.
Right.
So hopefully he can make it this year.
Right.
Fuck, man, I want CM Punk to win a Rumble so bad. I just want him to have that as a fan.
Right. I'm going to throw something about Goldberg out there.
Okay.
What if Goldberg's match is against KO and Goldberg does the favor to KO because KO did the favor to Goldberg? I
don't think Goldberg is capable of doing a favor for anybody. And I mean that wholeheartedly. He's an old man. He couldn't do favors for people when he was a fucking champion. And I know that came because of attitude and undefeatedness and all the shit that he went through. But, you know, I can't believe I'm mentioning them again, but this is just the influence that these two fucking kids are having on me right now. They are in love with Bret Hart. Like through all of their going back in time, what they've learned is that Bret Hart is probably the quintessential professional wrestler. He is the excellence of execution. And they consider Gunther to be the next birth of that. Like there was a moment tonight when Cody like put his hand on the rope and Gunther chopped it and then fucking suplexed him, and it was all one motion. And I was like, that is the definition of no wasted movement. And they both were like, exactly. And they're like, he's the new excellence of execution. And how, you can't really argue it. Like he's kind of that guy now. But anyway, the Bret Hart thing. The reason I bring it up is because we're talking about Goldberg, and they're like obviously they can't stand Goldberg because of that. And they're like, you know, talking about how Bret goes off in his book to talk about how, you know, he messed him up so bad that 6 months of his life went by where he didn't get dopamine, and like just because he messed up his brain and just all these things. And it's like Goldberg has always been a problem. If of all the people to bring back again, didn't it fail last time we did this? Wasn't there a lot of stupid shit with him bringing his chunky little boy into the ring and taking his shirt off and shit? Like this is like, he was so awkward and weird last time. Why are we doing it again?
The boy plays for Colorado now.
Oh no shit.
Yeah.
No shit. No,
yeah, he's a freshman.
I did not know that. For Coach Prime.
Yeah. Go figure. Have they seen Brett Piper, WrestleMania 8 yet?
I'll ask. WrestleMania 8. I'll put that on the fucking list.
SummerSlam 91.
SummerSlam 91. Here, I'm gonna write this shit down because I don't, you know me, man. I don't remember shit that well as far as like go here to see this. But they have done all
a couple more.
Okay, wait. What did you say?
WrestleMania 8 Piper.
Mm-hmm.
SummerSlam 91, Mr. Perfect.
Got it.
SummerSlam 94, Owen in the cage.
They've seen that one.
Okay.
We'll just stop there. We're still podcasting here, buddy. Hey, no, but Yokozuna, like that was when he did that the worst WrestleMania potentially. Maybe not 20.
No, not 20. That's not bad.
At Caesar's Palace.
Double Doink. That's a fun show.
It's a fun show, but it's considered 11. A bad WrestleMania.
11 and 7. Blow those two out of the water.
By the way, dude, don't ever say double doink to me. Don't ever say double doink to me. I almost grabbed my fucking camera and threw it at you.
I love it.
Hey,
I can't get enough of it.
Fuck Cody Parkey. Period. Fuck the Bears. They didn't fire Eberflus this week. How about Ohio State?
Did you see?
I know we transitioned really quickly. I did see the score. I saw.
No. Did you see Franklin getting into an argument with the fan in the stands?
No.
Oh,
no.
you got it. I'll send it to you. Did you see Jason Kelsey? Dude walked up to him and said something derogatory about his brother, and he threw his phone on the ground.
No, I didn't see.
I'll send that to you too. Oh, the Hawks just gave up the lead goal.
Oh.
They just came back 2-2, and now it's 3-2.
Did Illinois end up losing today too?
Yes.
Yeah,
they
Minnesota.
are who I thought they were.
Oh, dude! It's college football. Once your undefeated season is ruined, like if you're not, yeah.
Florida is currently beating Georgia, 13-6, third. Texas Tech is beating Iowa State. Indiana is destroying Michigan State, and Oregon's crushing Michigan in the Big
As they should. They should. Oregon's really fucking good.
Yeah.
I didn't see that coming.
Oregon?
Yeah, I thought they were going to be, maybe in the top 10, but I didn't think they would be a dominant. Right now it doesn't look like anybody in the Big Ten has a shot.
No.
Maybe Ohio State.
But they lost. Maybe. Oh, they lost by 1, so.
Yeah, Ohio State's got to be able to defeat them. But so just to round this shit out here, I enjoy where the product is right now. I can't believe I'm talking so positively about a show out of Saudi. I think you've mentioned it a couple times. Like, some of the Saudi shows have been real fucking stinkers. The last show I felt the WWE, not the last Saudi show, but the last show, which would have been, what was the last one we did? My cat just yelled. What was the last pay-per-view we did? I don't even fucking remember.
We just did Halloween Havoc.
That didn't count. Bad Blood. That was okay. It was okay. It was okay. This felt good, and
it did.
There's a lot of I don't know, whatever. We've probably said it all already. Good shit. What'd you give the show overall? What do you give the show overall?
I think it's a B+.
I
think that's fair.
Yes, I accept that. I think we can both throw that up there. So
I am very excited for Survivor Series.
I am too. Especially, dude, the stables that are forming, they're really steering into that right now. I don't know how defined it's going to get going forward, but they're really steering into it, and I'm enjoying that.
Oh, we liked Bad Blood. What are you talking about?
Did we like Bad Blood? I liked the Hell in a Cell match. Yeah.
Okay, maybe we did it. I don't know.
Yeah. I liked the Hell in a Cell match because it was.
Go back and watch it. Go back and watch our podcast on it.
I will.
No, not you.
Oh, not me.
The people.
The 3 people that watched the last podcast.
Is that all it was?
I don't fucking know, dude. At this point, you know what, man? It's gonna hit. It's gonna hit. We have so many episodes up, and we're just grinding at this. But today was a good show. I liked it, and it's over. And for me, it's 5:20. You have a party to go to? Is that what you're doing tonight? Going to a party,
we have a long commute. It's next door.
Yeah, to walk across the street.
Not even the street.
Not even
walk across the grass.
How did Halloween go for you guys?
A lot of people that don't live in our plan.
That's we drive around. I live in a great neighborhood, and we still drive around just, because there are certain spots where people have kids, so they leave and don't hang out. There's just places where people don't ever go. So people from our town all kind of congregate in the same couple of areas, I guess. I don't know. I haven't, since I've been a parent, I haven't found that very uncommon. I think a lot of people do that shit. They try to go to the neighborhoods where there are the most kids, so all the kids can see other kids, and have fun. Maybe. Our
neighbors weren't out, and our neighbors across the street weren't out. So it was.
How was the weather? Because you guys hadn't gotten the storm
60,
yet.
65.
Yeah. See, so we had already gotten the storm. So it was
storm hit us at midnight.
we were we were out trick-or-treating in about 40 or 38, 42, somewhere in that range, and the wind was 20 miles an hour.
That's what we got today.
Yeah, that's how it was for us treating. It was terrible. But we stuck it out for a good over 2 hours. You know, the kids got about the two littles got about half of a pillowcase worth of candy that we're going to work through for the next month. It's good times. It was good times.
That's
a lot of people in the neighborhood bitching about. Do you know the Neighbors app? Have you ever used the Neighbors app? Do you guys use that?
We have our own, like.
Do you have your own little
group.
thing? Okay, yeah. So that's what Neighbors is. And dude, so many people posting Ring doorbell videos of their bowls getting stolen, or like people just dumping their whole bowl of candy in their pillowcases and shit.
Well, if you're not there, don't bitch about it.
That, you know, if you're not going to be part of the interactive aspect of it, then expect it to happen, because you're still dealing with kids. That's
right.
Like, they're kids. And like one of the people, I actually read the whole post, and these people put out full candy bars. So you're putting out a bowl of full-size candy bars, and you think some teenager that's just like, oh, nobody's looking, isn't going to be like.
Most of the kids here, we give them a bowl, and then they would just grab one and say thank you.
Yeah, my kids are respectful, and a lot of people raise respectful children, but also kids go out on their own. Like, I don't know.
All the kids here are little. So
are they? You have one of those neighborhoods with just young people?
There's a couple teenagers, but it's mostly like 3 to 5, 3 to 6.
Oh, okay. Yeah, my youngest is 11 now, so
you're old,
dude. It's so crazy, Anyway, what's this week? What's going on this week?
College basketball starts this week.
We have the elections. Oh shit, we do.
It's going to end.
Yeah, that's funny that you mentioned that. Richie said the last. Goddamn, I got to stop talking about my kids. He said the last thing he said to his AP Civics professor before they left for the weekend was he said, I stood up and I said, just remember, everybody, no matter who wins, the world is going to spontaneously combust directly after. So let's just, nice to know ya. And it's like, man, I really hope that that's not how they see the world. But I don't. I see a lot more maturity than that. I see an entire population that even after the government stole fucking small businesses and told you to stay in your house for months and fucking lose your job if you didn't get a shot and all the other shit we went through. Nobody hurt anybody on a massive scale. Everybody still just said, you know what? I'm going to give you the benefit of the doubt, and we're going to move forward and try and find some common ground going forward. And I think that there's enough of that in the world, in this country, everywhere, that we can do things without fucking being such pestilent little children that we have to destroy shit and hurt each other because we didn't get our fucking way. Just saying.
Hopefully that is the case. But
yeah, either way, because you're right. I mean, there is a threat. There is an anger either way that people fear that something happens. And my personal opinion is just don't be the fucking problem. Just don't be the fucking problem, right? I tell people all the time, like, it's corny, but be the change you want to see in the world is a real thing, because we create reality in front of us as we're living it, people. Like, we make choices, we do things, and then things happen because of that. So if I get pissed that my person didn't win and I want to go out and fucking throw a fit, well, guess what? Then shit's happening, isn't it? But if I'm smart enough to be like, you know what? I'm not going to do that. And if other people don't fucking do that, then it won't fucking happen. It takes people consciously making the choice to be destructive, hateful, and angry for people to be destructive, hateful, and angry. So just don't be destructive, hateful, and angry. Thank you.
Did you see the Dodgers parade?
I didn't.
So they won the World Series and they decided to go steal all the Jordans from the Nike store.
Wait, what?
Yeah.
Okay, so I got you. I didn't see that, but what I do know is that the Dodgers winning the World Series was like a huge disappointment for me. Fucking Freddie Freeman.
Amazing. He had one of the best World Series ever.
And it's not the first time he's had a great World Series either.
No, he's a stud.
Freddie Freeman is a stud. And as much as Mookie Betts gets all the love and Shohei is Shohei, Freddie Freeman is the reason that they won the way they did.
Absolutely. We are the center of the election universe here in Pittsburgh. Trumpy is at the arena on Monday, and Kamala's here, but I don't know where. I tried to find it, but I couldn't.
Dude, it's crazy that you think that though, because they were both in Wisconsin yesterday. Like that,
Yeah,
like
with Cardi B. Did you see that?
They've both been here a lot
Yeah.
too.
Yeah.
I know you know, and this maybe whatever, but I had to go see RFK just to hear him talk, and Tulsi, and I had to get a picture with Tulsi Gabbard because I love her. Oh my god. But it's like they've been in Wisconsin. They've been everywhere in Wisconsin. Swing states, man. Our two states are very important. Very important.
Hopefully. Like if it runs normal, then yeah, we are. But
if it doesn't, then yeah,
it doesn't matter. I'm gonna make a brisket tomorrow. So stay tuned for the old.
Are you using the Traeger?
Yeah, the Traeger. I'm gonna do some cheesy potatoes in there as well.
Ooh, okay, wait. Define. What do you consider cheesy potatoes? How do you make cheesy potatoes?
Normally, my wife makes them, but she said she wants to try a new recipe. So,
okay.
So stay tuned to the Mike Rips channel and
for your Sunday
dinner roll call.
Sunday dinner roll call.
Yeah,
I love it.
I'm at over 38,000. I think 38.5 now. I'm just trying to get to 50,000 views before the end of the year. That'll be my 1-year anniversary. We here,
we're getting close.
We're almost to 2,000, so that's pretty fucking cool.
Nice.
And we're almost at a year too. Royal Rumble's a year.
Yep. And a lot has changed.
Has it?
No. My daughter's having surgery this week.
No shit.
Yeah, she's got to have polyps removed from her nasal cavities.
That's no fucking good.
Yeah, so that's gonna be kind of. Oh wait, next week. I'm sorry, I was ahead of myself. It's next week. Yeah, that's gonna be interesting. The election. Whatever. I live in Wisconsin. I'm not worried about it.
I had the polyp surgery and the deviated septum surgery.
Yeah.
So they put this tampon up each nostril, and it's connected by a string. So they pull one out, and the other one goes over. It is the most pain I've ever had in my entire life.
Well, our doctor, we talked to him on Thursday, and he said that he does not pack. He said he will not pack her nose. He does not do that. He has always found that the most pain and complication for these surgeries comes from the packing. And I was like, okay, cool. Yeah, I mean, I'm not sure what it's going to do. She's young enough. The boys had their tonsils removed when they were like 7 or 8. So, and I mean, recovery time for kids is just so much quicker.
Yeah.
And it's supposed to be a pretty minor deal. It's, I don't know. But it's one of those things. Anytime you go under anesthesia, and then anytime you're cut in a hospital, there's always infection to worry about and everything else. So, that's coming up. Other than that, dude. Oh, we lost last night in the playoffs by 1 point. That kind of sucked. I was going to go, but I ended up calling off work yesterday because my tum hurt.
I was shitting all day yesterday too.
Yeah, it was like 30 degrees out. So I was like, I don't feel good. I'd have to put on my Carhartts to be out there. I'm like, and I didn't have a kid playing. I was just going because I coached them, as I told before. They ended up losing by 1 point. It kind of sucked. But
our guy coach, his team got a bye last night because they finished number 4, and now they play the Thomas Crooks High School from Black Rock. They play Bethel Park next week.
Okay,
that should be a good game. He went and scouted them last night.
Ooh.
My high school is number 2 in the state. They won by 40.
Is
And
that
they
the
played-
one that played like 12, 11 guys and won by like 60
No, that's
points?
Westinghouse.
Okay,
No,
okay.
I didn't get it. No, my high school is in Ohio. Next week they play Joe Burrow's high school.
Oh, fuck. That's cool.
It's a number 2 seed versus a 7.
Right on.
Coach is 4. They play 5. Our local school won, and Julie's high school, which is the next town over, they won last night.
Damn.
But they're going to
Yeah.
get boat race next week.
We were 4 playing 3 last night, and we got beat. So 1 point though. You know,
It's still tough for the kids. That's where
it is. It is. And then we woke up this morning and found out that there was a major wreck at about 11 o'clock last night in the area, where they're saying 5 people died. Like the truck, they were in a truck, it went off the road, hit a tree, and like burst into flames. We're still waiting to find out if it was students, because they won't say anything.
So they know, but they're just not saying yet.
Yeah, we've been hunting Facebook all day. We've been trying to figure it out. The boys have been texting people, just trying to hear if anybody knows. But yeah, so it could have been a I don't know, man. It'll be pretty rough if it was students and going back to school on Monday.
Maybe it was the other school, which is still horrible, but
that would be fucking horrible too. Yeah, that would be very horrible too, man. You never want that shit.
yeah,
it's sad shit. It really is. But yeah, so way to fucking down. Sorry guys, I'm gonna cut that out of the finished version. No, but that's what's going on around here. So what's going on with us.
Next week, probably do week 1 of booking.
Yeah, so we need to get that going, because I think there's some. We looked. I know you've looked, like views wise. I think there's some interest in our booking, in our drafting.
There's no events either. So
okay, yeah, we're gonna sit down and figure out how we're gonna do it and put in some effort on it. So let's do it.
Week 1, the sack idea.
Sack idea. So, you want to sign us off?
Nia sex time. See you next time.
That was awful. Try again. Like, follow, and subscribe, everybody. Come check us out.
Yeah, we're trying to grow.
Shit out there. We're trying to be something in this world. Let's go.
I want to send a special shout out to the greatest wrestling reporter in the game today, Mike Johnson. Wished me a happy birthday yesterday.
Nice.
You a real one, dog.
Fucking A, right, man. Nothing like that Dave Meltzer fucker.
Yeah, fuck you, Dave. How about that?
Real.
Fuck you and the Young
Dave.
Bucks and Jericho and the guy on eBay that scammed me. Fuck you all.
Oh, you got scammed?
Back in the day. We talked about it in a previous episode.
I was like, really, that's... I had one more, but I don't remember. I had one more fuck you before we left. Trying to remember who it is. Oh yeah, Jim Cornette. Fuck you.
Why?
Because fuck Jim Cornette.
No, we love you, Corny.
No, we do not. See, that's the thing. I don't. He does. That's okay. I love Dave Meltzer. So.
No, you don't.
Yeah. Oh yeah, I do. Fuck yeah. But
Are you paying $14.99 to Dave Meltzer?
But we both are not fans of Kevin Nash, right? We can agree on that. Kevin Nash is a problem.
He's a delightful person.
You're so foolish.
You know what? Fuck Sean Ross Sapp. Fuck you. Fuck you.
All right, buddy. I love you. You have a great fucking night. Everybody.
Yeah. Like, comment, subscribe, watch. Share.
Yeah. Or Sunny,